Blitz, the Lionel Bart spectacular musical of 1962. The musical Blitz opened at the Adelphi Theatre in London in May of 1962 and told the story of the German bombing raids on London in World War II. It was the creation of Lionel Bart, who had previously created the smash hit Oliver. It was one of the most complicated and spectacular shows ever seen on the London stage. The main elements of the set, seen here in the Adelphi Theatre, were four three-story steel structures made to look like buildings. You can see one of them to the right of this photo. They were motorized and could travel freely all around the stage. Each of these trucks was controlled by a crew member sitting on board in a small camouflage cabin. They could also rotate the structures around them so that different fascias were revealed and one street could fluidly move into another. There was also a bridge spanning the entire width of the stage, supported by two steel towers containing staircases for the actors. The bridge could be raised between these towers from floor level to above the height of the moving buildings, and the entire structure could track from the back to the front of the stage. This extraordinary concept was designed by a mad Irish genius of a designer, Sean Kenny. The lighting was by me, Richard Pilbrow, and the sound by David Collison. We spent many months devising this extraordinarily complex show. This is just the first page of my notes for the opening sequence. The curtain rose, and we were in a London street at night, outside the Bank Underground station. Men and women and children hurried onto the stage to seek shelter in the station. Then, to our amazement, the entire city street pavement rose into the air as people continued to enter, revealing beneath the underground station platform when an underground train roared into sight, stopped, and disgorged new passengers. The stage was so densely packed with scenery that I had to build a special proscenium of the then brand new Strand Pattern 263s in front of the theatre proscenium. We had a new lighting installation installed, a Strand CD, and it was operated by Martin Moore, who went on to become chief engineer of Strand Lighting. The complexity of the production called for two technical stage managers to work in unison. From the pomp corner, stage manager A, Barry, gave all the lighting and follow spot cues using the intercom. And above, stage manager B, Jeremy, located high up in the non-working side fly gallery, talked to all the stage crew via radio receivers with earpieces. This was the first use of radio to cue a show in the United Kingdom. Jeremy, from his vantage point above, directed the four drivers of the mobile buildings. The top of one of the trucks can be seen in this photo. He also operated the movement of the massive bridge. Then, as soon as he could see that everything was safely in place, he cued the many flying pieces. In order to synchronize all the technical elements, the two stage managers could listen to each other. This was vital, because inevitably there were technical hitches. For example, the heavy mobile buildings could get stuck if one of the casters came up against the tiniest object dropped onto the stage. It was not unusual to see a man wearing what appeared to be a deaf aid walking along the street and give one of the houses a push. All the crew were in full view of the audience, but as they were wearing appropriate 1940s clothing, it didn't really matter. During the final performance of the musical on the 19th of September 1963, during the spectacular Blitz sequence, one of the trucks became stuck, and there now follows a recording of how the two stage managers calmly sorted the whole thing out.
Truck Q9, go.
Electrics, Q28.
Truck flies Q10, go.
Electrics, Q29, go.
And out.
Check your patch.
Flies Q11, go.
Electrics, Q3.
Truck Q12, go. Flies Q13, go. Truck Q14, go. Truck Q15, go.
We really can't hear Barry now in the prom corner because of the incredibly loud sound effects. We're just coming up to the bit where the Apple truck gets stuck. Jeremy needs to move the bridge upstage, but one of the stage crew has seen that the towers of the bridge will collide with the truck. He presses the emergency button on the tower to freeze the bridge.
Can you clear the bridge? Clear
The music's run out, and the sequence should have ended by now, but the actors keep improvising, assisting the injured, rescuing people from buildings. Some of the sound effects are repeated, and Barry adjusts the timing of the lights as Jeremy sorts everything out.
Bring the bridge up. Can you release the button to let me bring the bridge up, please? Thank you. Reaches the top, I'll take it upstage. If there's still something in the way,
Electrics, Q37,
put your hand
go.
on the button.
Electrics, Q38,
Right, I'm going to bring
go.
the towers upstage. If there's anything in the way, put your hand on the button. It's coming up now.
Electrics, Q39, go.
Stand by truck Q16. Truck Q16, go.
Lion, stand by to pick up lock near the
Push Apple round, will you? Stop Delta. Go up stage a bit, Delta. Right, push Apple round. Can you swivel him round, please? That's it, right now go on down, Delta. Swivel Apple round a bit more. No, other way. Clockwise. That's it, that's fine at that.
Lions, pick up lock near Mr. Hart.
The show's back on track, and that's an example of stage management at its very best. Here on the left, we have Lionel Bart talking with Sean Kenny and Ian Albury. Ian was the production manager of Blitz. So that was Blitz, an amazing spectacle, perhaps unmatched by anything since in the West End.